English Speaking 360, your English conversation coach, welcomes you to a real conversation about love and dating. So get ready to speak. Let's go. Today, for our love and dating summary questions, we are going to talk about different questions here, right? Like you can see, okay, so you have first level questions and you have second level questions. So these are the questions that we are going to discuss today, and we will show you how to answer these questions. Okay, so let's go with first level questions. They are easier questions, right? So first, we have to start the conversation naturally, right? You should know this already, right? So, hi, how's it going? Great. What about you? Pretty good. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Hey, this is a super important question. Do you have any plans for the weekend? You must know this, right? It's really important because Westerners usually always ask these questions, right? On a Thursday or Friday. Right? So here's the answer. Yes, I have a blind date on Saturday. Jana! Hey, we have something interesting to talk about right there. I have a blind date on Saturday, right? A blind date is when you don't know the person that you are going to meet, right? So it's a new person, so we call that a blind date, okay? I have a blind date on Saturday, but be careful, because this one is in the future. You know, until now, we have done things in the past, right? I went shopping, I went to a good restaurant, things like that. But today, we are in the future. So I have a blind date on Saturday. So everything will be at the future tense. Let's go. So, possible first level questions. As you know, first level questions are only about this experience. They are only about my blind date on Saturday, right? They're not about love and about dating in general. No, they're not. Only about my experience on this coming Saturday, okay? So what questions can we ask? We can ask, who are you going to meet? Very good question. What are you going to do together? What are you going to wear? Right? And you notice already, right? Who are you going to meet? What are you going to do? What are you going to wear? Right? It's always the same thing because this is the future, right? Who are you going to meet? Okay? What are you going to wear? How much are you going to spend? What do you think is going to happen? Ooh, nice question. Good. So these questions are level 1, so only about this experience, right? But hey, I give you a task. Your task is to imagine that you have a blind date coming soon. So think about it now. Who are you going to meet? Think about it. What are you going to do together? What are you going to wear? How much are you going to spend? What do you think is going to happen? Think about it because you will use these answers in the conversation. You ready? Let's go. How to answer. Who are you going to meet? Here's a possible answer. She's a friend of a friend. I've heard she's petite and cute. We've talked on the phone once. She sounded like a positive and energetic girl. I'm really excited to meet her. This is a possible answer, right? So now it's your turn to speak. Remember, I asked you to think about your blind date, right? Who are you going to meet? You have 10 seconds. Let's go. Time's up. Did you have enough time? I hope so, right? Who are you going to meet for your blind date, right? Hey, I know you're sitting at home and you should be talking loud. Not only thinking in your head, right? Say it out loud. It's super important for your English ability. Okay? Let's go to the next question. What are you going to do together? What are you going to do together? Oh, that's a good question. We're going to meet at a coffee shop and chat for a while. Then we can take a walk on the beach. If we like each other, we're going to have dinner at a good restaurant by the sea. I think that's a good plan. Good. This is a good answer. Now, what are you going to do together? It's your turn to speak. You have 10 seconds. Go! Time's up. Good, good, good. I hope you were able to answer this one, right? In my answer, I gave many options, right? You can reuse these. It's okay as well, right? I think we're going to meet at a coffee shop and maybe we will talk for 1 hour. And then I think it's okay for the first date. That's also a good answer. Good job. Nice. Next question. What are you going to wear? Right? Because your appearance is very important on a blind date, right? So what are you going to wear? Nothing too formal or casual. Maybe cotton pants with a button-down shirt. Not sure about a tie though. Maybe a blue tie. Oh, and nice shoes. That's really important. Your turn to speak. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. So what are you going to wear? Make sure you describe what you're going to wear, right? Cotton pants, a button-down shirt, a tie, nice shoes, right? Make sure you have many details in your answer. Okay? Let's go with the next one. How much are you going to spend? Well, it's our first date, so I'm not sure who should pay. If I pay for everything, it might cost around $100. But if we split the bill, it shouldn't be more than $50 each. Good. So how much is the date going to cost, right? $100 is $100, right? Bucks is the same as dollars, okay? Good. Now it's your turn to speak. 10 seconds. Let's go. Time's up. Good, good, good. Let's move on to our next question. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, that's a tricky, it's a tricky question. Okay, what do you think is going to happen? I hope I can make a good first impression. I'm not a bad-looking guy, and I'm funny. I think she will like me. We are probably going to talk a lot and get to know each other. I might try to hold her hand while we walk on the beach. That would be romantic. But I'm not sure about that. I shouldn't move too fast. So that's a good answer for what do you think is going to happen. Now it's your turn. What do you think is going to happen during your blind date? Let's go. Time's up. Hey, remember, if you don't have enough time here, right, you're always welcome to pause the video and make a good answer, right? If you want to give more details, it's okay too, right? Okay, good. Now, we're going to the next step. The next step is second level questions, because now we asked so many questions about the blind date on Saturday. Now, second level questions are questions about the general topic. The general topic is love and dating, right? So now we go into deeper questions, right? More conversational questions, right? Okay. For example, do you prefer to be single or in a relationship? Is physical appearance or personality more important? What is your type? Do you think it's okay to date someone much older? Are you a romantic person? Do you remember your first date? Good. So all of these questions here are about the general topic of love and dating, right? So that's why we call them second level questions, right? Okay. So now how to answer these questions? Let's go together and find out. Do you prefer to be single or in a relationship? I prefer being in a relationship because it is more fun. When you're dating someone, you do fun things like go to the beach, watch new movies, go on romantic weekends, or even go on trips overseas. Of course, you can do those things with friends, but I think it's more fun to share those events with someone you love and care about. Don't forget, after answering a question, what do? Send it back to the other person, right? What about you? Which do you think is better? What about you? Which do you think is better? To be single or to be in a relationship? Okay? It's your turn to speak. You have 20 seconds. Let's go. Time's up. Good. Nice. So make only one choice, right? Usually we choose single or in a relationship. If you choose both, it's a little bit more difficult, right? So make sure you choose only one. Okay? Next question. Is physical appearance or personality more important? Tough question. For me, both are important. Of course, appearance is what you can see at first glance. A bright smile, sparkling eyes, or curves in all the right places is what makes you want to talk to someone. But later, a good personality is essential for having meaningful conversations. And I think that is even more important for a long-lasting relationship. Do you agree with me? Your turn. 20 seconds. Go. Time's up. Good. Hey, you can see this time I went with both answers, right? Appearance and personality. So I divided my answer into two parts, right? So right here, appearance, but later a good personality is essential, right? The second part was about personality. Okay, good. Let's go with the next question. What is your type? Hey, what is your type? It means what is your favorite kind of person for dating? That's what it means, okay? What is your type? Okay, good. I really like happy people who smile a lot. A good sense of humor and a beautiful smile are both very attractive to me. I'm very active, so I'd like to find someone who likes going out dancing, biking, camping, and even scuba diving. How about you? What kind of people do you like to date? Your turn to speak. 20 seconds. Go. Time's up. Good. I hope you were able to pinpoint the kind of person that you like to date, right? Good. Let's move on. Do you think it's okay to date someone much older? Well, it all depends on the age gap. I think a 10-year gap is okay. People of the same age share many things, but an age difference can also make conversations more interesting. I don't think people should worry too much about age. As long as two people love each other, they make a great couple. Would you date someone much older than you? Your turn to speak. Time's up, right? So you see, would you date someone much older than you is similar to do you think it's okay to date someone much older than you? But we changed the question slightly because otherwise it sounds like you're just repeating the question, right? So changing it a little bit, would you date someone much older than you is also a good way to have a good conversation. Okay, let's move on. Are you a romantic person? Yes, I am. I like giving flowers and small presents. I also really enjoy cooking for my partner. I think a good meal with wine, soft music, candles, and deep conversation is the best way to spend a Saturday night. What do you think? Are you romantic too? Your turn to speak. Time's up. Good. Are you a romantic person? Make sure you give examples, right? So if you say you're romantic, oh, giving flowers, small presents, cooking for my partner, right? Give many examples. But if you're not romantic, give examples of why you think you're not romantic, right? I don't like flowers. Candles are very dangerous. I don't like them, and so on. Okay? Good. Let's go. Do you remember your first date? Yeah, I remember. It was horrible. That day I had a lot of work, so I showed up 1 hour late for the date. Of course, the girl was very angry at me. All the good restaurants were full, so we went to McDonald's. We finished eating in 15 minutes and I never saw her again. Ugh, I feel so bad. How about you? How was your first date? Your turn to speak. Time's up. I really hope that your first date was better than mine. Mine was a tragedy. Terrible. Good. So now, hey, we have asked and answered so many questions, but now you need to finish the conversation naturally, right? So you need to break, right? You need to break the conversation. So you can say, "Oh, sorry, but I have to go." But you have to give a reason, right? So the reason is I have an online meeting in 30 minutes, right? So this is together, same person, right? Sorry, but I have to go. I have an online meeting in 30 minutes. And the other person will say, oh, it was nice talking to you. Yes, I hope to see you again soon. Have a nice day. Bye. You too. Bye. And that's it. This is how we finish a conversation in a very natural way. Hey, all native speakers usually finish conversations like this, so remember this very well, okay? This part here might change a little bit, right? Sorry, but I gotta go. Sorry, but I have to run, right? And then the reason will change, but the rest will be the same, okay? Good. So, altogether, the full conversation is right here, guys. So you can use it for studying, right? The opening is here, and then we went into first level questions, right? And then after that, second level questions, so the deeper questions, right? Okay. And finally, we finished our conversation with the closing, right? Good. So here you have it. So if you want to study, you can study this slide right here. It's perfect. Good. Ta-da! Congratulations, guys! You have achieved a higher level. Now you know how to discuss love and dating with native speakers. Hey, don't forget to like us, don't forget to share our videos, and don't forget to subscribe, right? And we hope to see you in our next video. Bye-bye!